what happens in the story with the character of Nick is that he is somebody who is very sure of his points of view. Whatever they may be, he will be equally sure of himself. And you do meet that sort of person who just doesn't seem to have the ability to doubt what they think. And the problem is that Nick then finds himself in the position where he actually has the power to make what he thinks should happen. And he realizes, or he finds himself, in fact, wrong. His plan for how everything is going to work out once the characters in this story find themselves stranded on this island in the Indian Ocean. He has a plan for how they're going to survive, and the plan's not going to work. And that, instead of being the sort of person who can admit he is wrong and invite other suggestions, he simply gets more, how would you put it? He gets more unreasonable in his approach to dealing with the situation, and becomes a tyrant who is simply out to control the others and consolidate his power. When I first started work, I used to work in an advertising agency, and advertising agencies are probably the worst types of company in the world for inventing language, for trying to find a way of saying something not very profound, but making it sound as though it's really important what is being said. It's a thing which you get in all companies, and I think possibly more, maybe English in some way, because it's quite easy to invent words in English. I think that they do. There's always new words that are being invented in business environments, and then the rest of the world seems to be picking up a lot of this horrible language that is being used by management trainees and that kind of thing. And I've always had everyone hates it. I mean, there isn't anybody who, I said, but there's a power to using this language that may not mean very much, but sounds as though it does. It's out of a desire of wanting to make fun of the how would you do it? The pretentiousness of the business, of a lot of what happens in the business world, and a desire to imagine what would happen if you really took the logic of certain business situations to their extreme. And what happens in the story is this company who they are management consultants, and so they are going in to other businesses telling them what they should do and how many people they should fire and downsizing, all these sorts of things. And they are put in a position where they're on an island and the power is lost. There's no water, there's no electricity, and there's nobody coming to save them. And they have to reorganize themselves in a way which makes it work. And basically, they're not going to manage to do it. So it's a joke about how these people don't have the answers to anything really.